This is a fantastic spot here, a sort of little cliffside, rocky cliffside, and it's a good temperature. Some good crags to look in here, and there's a snake skin here. No snakes yet, but look at this beautiful cactus here. Beautiful cactus flower. Amazing. Was it worth the climb? Yeah, I'd say so. The cool underwing here. In the daytime, I think we might have... Oh, there it goes. You can't really beat the view here. And it's almost hard to believe that this is Arizona. But that's what the Sky Islands are. The Chiricahuas, the Huachucas, the Santa Rita Mountains, all these different ranges in Arizona. The higher you get up, the more lush vegetation you get. You get all these conifers, you even get Douglas fir up here. A lot of these trees are Douglas fir. And yeah, it becomes a lot more temperate. It's a completely different environment from down in the Sonoran Desert. But of course it still has desert influence, as you can see by the century plants there. And there's also cacti, like this one here, this prickly pear. So there's definitely still desert influence. And another thing here are these ferns, which are very typical of desert environments. These are lip ferns, or maybe they're cloak ferns. If you look closely, you'll see here that the leaves are very robust and covered in hair. And they're actually, it's hard to see from the shot, but they're actually quite waxy and stiff, and that helps them retain moisture. So we're gonna keep going here and see what we can find. Look at this plant. Is it desert blue curls? It's beautiful, whatever it is. It's the monsoon season, all right. Look at this little spadefoot here. I think that's the desert spadefoot. And it just came out after the rain. I'll help it off the road here because we're just about to drive by. Now the thing about the spadefoot, why they call them that, I might be able to show you. Yes, see, yeah, see that little dark spot here on the foot? That's why they call it a spadefoot. They've got that little dark keratinous area there that helps them dig. Here's a different little toad here. Nice little markings on them. Him or her. That's another spadefoot, I think. But I think it's a different species. Interesting. There's a snake here. Very cool snake. This here. So this is called a green rat snake. And this species here, which is the first snake, live snake of this trip that we've had, is a species that barely reaches the US. It's mostly a Mexican species, and it's a species that's actually, it's not in the Pantherophis genus like most other rat snakes. And you can see it looks a little different from the other rat snakes that are out there, like the gray rat snake or the corn snake. But you can also see some similarities. The body shape is similar, the same similar size, the eye. And this was just in a crag over there. It's just coming out of a crag over there. The first adult I've seen. Interestingly enough, I have seen this species before in Costa Rica, a young one. But this is an adult. And you can see it's got a green color. It's got a subtle pattern on it of green, of darker green and lighter green. It's got a white underbelly. It looks like it shed recently. Smelling me there? You can see it's got sort of a sharp angled head there. Hello. Right over here, and he had a little hole here, so right underneath that cactus there. Okay, that's pretty good. Good start. Black widow, I think. Starting to rain again, so we should probably turn back. Look at this. This is the Sonoran Desert toad, and that's the first one that I've ever seen. This is, wow, look at that. He's huge. And these guys, or girls, they like to burrow themselves under the desert and wait until rain, just like this. And that's when they come out and they come and do their thing. Oh, it's making a little bit of a puffing noise there. Now I'm not sure, but I think that this species might be one of those species that people lick in order to have like a psychedelic effect. I'm not sure. It might be this species. So I'll go and put that guy down. I'll show you the release there. Look. Oh, there it goes. Oh, back onto the road. I probably don't want it on the road. There he goes, climbing up the bank. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, if you look carefully, actually. Oh no, don't go on the road again. Southern Arizona specialty. Painted red start. Putting on a show. He's a little bit bitey. Hopefully he lets go. Doesn't hurt. Probably. Okay, you can let go there now. There you go. I've heard that right after the rain in Arizona, it's actually pretty good for herping. If the temperature stays up, it's currently 19 degrees. So what would be nice is if this rain stopped now and we had a little spike in the temperature before it got dark. That would be pretty good. Skunk of some kind. Beautiful. What's up? Little spadefoot, I think. Cool. Couch's spadefoot?
Oh yeah, cool.
I think so. As expected, it's the western diamondback rattlesnake. That is probably the most common species of snake that you'll see in Arizona. It's quite venomous, so I'm not going to get too close. But that's the western diamondback, and you'll see on the tail there is a really distinct black and white pattern there. And you can see the rattle. Here, I'll zoom in on that. You'll see the pattern and that rattle. And That's how you tell a western diamondback from a Mojave rattlesnake, because a Mojave rattlesnake will have, those bands will sort of blend together. Get out of it!
Like giant dinosaurs, mini dinosaurs. Velociraptors.
Velociraptors of our time. Those things are terrifying. What is it? Like this. Just caught this. Now this looks very much like a northern ringneck snake. I don't know if they have that species here, but this is definitely a ringneck snake of some variety. He's musking. He's musking me. It looks a little bit orange. More orange around the neck there than the ones I'm used to. And it also seems kind of big or long. But this is definitely a species of ringneck snake. There it goes. I just found this snake here, just hidden behind there. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Careful. He struck at me quite a bit and he bit me in the face a few times. Well, it's not raining tonight. It's 25 degrees, and it's definitely gonna get a little cooler, but not too much, so I think, well, I hope this will be a good night. Just hang out. We're gonna check a new road tonight. That is one big western diamondback. Home sweet home. Good night. Okay, let's get this western diamondback off the road here. I'm not going to grab it or anything. I'm basically just going to sort of push it so that it pokes it off the road here.
Maybe not, Owen.
Yes, this is exactly what I wanted to see. This was the snake I wanted to see most on this trip. This is Crotalus cerastes, the sidewinder, and you can tell just by the way it's moving there. And you see, I'll zoom in on it here. It's got little horns on its. It's got little horn projections there above its eyes. See that little subtle pattern on it. It's not quite as stark as the diamondback pattern. And the typical sort of flat viper body. And you see there's that tail. He's got some white and black markings similar to the diamondback rattlesnake, but you see that little rattle, but this is obviously a much smaller snake. The markings that are more subtle. And of course, it has those little horns there. You'll notice that the western diamondbacks that I've shown you, they move in sort of a straight line. These, they sort of go side to side like that. in an S-like undulating pattern. Yeah, look at that. I am over the moon right now. This was the main snake I wanted to see on this trip. I was here in Arizona 3 years ago, and I went looking for sidewinders, and I never found one. I only found western diamondbacks, and it was the wrong time of year. But finally, after 3 years and several nights of trying, we finally managed to get one. Okay, now I can relax. Pretty amazing how just wind and sand would have carved those out over the centuries.
Hoodoos?
Yeah. And it's just amazing to think that all it took was wind and
Erosion.
erosion.
Why do they call them hoodoos?
I don't know.
Who knew?
This was just on the road and I got it off right before a car went by. So this guy would definitely have been hit if I hadn't gotten it. And I think that this is a gopher snake. There's a whip scorpion. It's not an actual scorpion because they don't sting.
What you got?
Sonoran Desert coral snake.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Look at this. This is a Sonoran Desert coral snake. And this species is venomous, so I'm not going to pick it up. But look at those markings. Look at that. There it goes, there it goes. It's going to come out there. I'm going to see its head, maybe. Yeah, there it is, there it is. There it is. It's the first coral snake I've ever managed to get a picture of. Usually they always disappear on me. Sonoran Desert tortoise here. Or just maybe desert tortoise? But that's what that is. I'm obviously not going to touch it. But
There's tons of shit here.
look at this little gecko here. That's beautiful. And also, look at that little spadefoot. Little coiled diamondback here. Western diamondback. That is one serious spider. Look at that. Kind of cute though. Yes. Look at this. Look at this tiger rattlesnake we just found. We've been looking all night. He or she is in a little bit of a defensive position here, but look, you can see the tiny little head there that is distinctive of the tiger rattlesnake. And of course you can see the tiger-like stripes on there that give it its name. Now this species of rattlesnake has a very potent venom, actually, has a very potent venom, but it actually has a fairly low venom yield, so it sort of balances out. But look at that tiny little head. That's how you tell tiger rattlesnake, and of course the colors as well, and the patterning. But oh, I'm so happy with that. We were looking all night for one of these, and we finally got one. By here.
I'll turn the light down a little bit.
There we go.
So,
Quiet here. Go around the corner. Just up there. Look what we've got. Nice little pallet bats. And these guys and girls are here because this is their sort of roost that they go to. In the nighttime, they go and they sit here to relax a little bit before going out and getting more insects. So this is the sort of resting spot for the pallet bats. Get a little bit closer. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. Yeah. There they are.
what you got there?
Just caught this little desert king snake here. It's so hot out, I wasn't expecting to see any snakes out in the open, but this young little desert king snake is just sitting there. Actually, it was in transit, it wasn't sitting there. But, look at that, nice pattern on there, yellow and black. These snakes grow pretty big, and they feed on other snakes, including rattlesnakes. That's the Arizona patch-nosed snake, and you see the nose area there. It's got that big scale there, and that's why they call it the patch-nosed snake. And that scale helps with digging, kind of like the hog-nosed snake. But this is the patch-nose. I'm just gonna go put it back now.
Yep.
And it's about 15 degrees, but it's warm in the sun. So this guy was literally just sitting here. That's about where we found it. Hopefully it'll get a little warmer, but 15 degrees is okay if it's in the sun.
What kind of snake is that?
I think it's a Mojave rattlesnake, but it's dead. You see here the tail has very light black bands on it, and there's no real contrasting white. That's the feature of the Mojave rattlesnake. Looks like it was hit fairly recently. And here we have the Mojave rattlesnake, a live one, and you'll see here, if you look carefully at the tail there, you'll see this one's a little bit angry, but at least it's off the road. You'll see the banding on the tail there, much less defined than on the Western Diamondback. Yeah, that's a Mojave rattlesnake, and those have quite a potent venom.